Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Cancer for this last part of October. So Cancer, this is a general love reading, of course, and that means it can't apply to any kind of relationship situation or circumstance that you might be dealing with. I'd like to remind you to be flexible with the energy, and of course that means you can interchange the roles within the reading regardless of the gender of the cards. You might be represented by any of the characters that shows up, or none at all. You might feel like I'm reading for you. You might feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. Parts of the reading may resonate for you, other parts may not, so take what does and leave behind the rest. My intention is to reach those that need this message and hopefully will benefit from it in some way, shape, or form. So we're going to get started for you, Cancer, after I give this deck a couple more shuffles. I had Carmilla out, Carmilla the bird, but she decided to take a bath, so she was really wet, and I didn't feel like having a wet bird on my shoulder, so she's in her cage. And Sylvester's sleeping in the bedroom, so I have a nice quiet morning to myself, at least for a little while. I also want to say thank you so much to any returning viewers. I really appreciate the support. Thanks for coming back and viewing my videos. And any new viewers, I just want to mention real quick, first of all, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. There is more information about my channel in the description box below. So if you want more, go ahead and take a look there. We're going to go ahead and get started for Cancer and see what's up. I'm going to start off with the Hierophant. And then we have the Six of Wands. I'm feeling a little stuffed up. Feels like I might sneeze. So if I do, excuse me ahead of time. But I may not. It may creep back up. You know how that goes. So the Hierophant and Six of Wands. And then we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Swords. Three of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Ten of Wands. Lots of wands. So, Cancer. Something didn't go your way and it looks like you're hoping for another chance. I've been getting these kind of messages the past couple of days. Missed an opportunity, something didn't pan out, hoping for another chance. Could be that you missed out on something because there was a mistake made or time ran out or something unexpected kind of threw you off your course. But for some reason, it feels like it's kind of the universe is steering you in the right direction. The timing has to be right. The circumstances have to be perfect. The universe has to be aligned. That's what I'm getting. So whatever at whatever point you felt like you missed an opportunity, or you were off your game, or you didn't jump on something that you had a chance at, that was for a reason. So the universe has a plan, Cancer. That's what I've got right now. So let's get some more cards on the table and see what else is going on for Cancer. Two of Pentacles in reverse again. And then the Five of Wands again, this time in the upright. Interesting. Nine of Swords in reverse. The Star. Three of Pentacles. The Magician. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. So I get the feeling like you might be having conversations with friends, loved ones, people that you're close to. And I think that you're talking about the situation. It feels like it's a missed opportunity or something that got away from you, something that you missed out on. It could have been because of time constraints or a mistake that was made or something that you didn't follow through on. It could be any number of reasons, but for some reason, something didn't pan out for you. I think it was an opportunity. It feels like it could potentially be a job or a workplace opportunity or a situation where you were possibly positioned to collaborate with somebody, build something together, create something together. And for whatever reason, it didn't pan out for you. But I think you've come to an understanding. I think you know this already, Cancer, that even though things didn't really go in your direction, it's okay because you realize now, in hindsight or after the fact, that things just weren't meant to be in that moment. So the timing was off, or the universe wasn't ready to give you this opportunity or this gift. It just wasn't right yet. And so there's this sense of coming to terms with that, starting to understand that, and starting to accept that. And that this new opportunity, this new beginning, it's on its way, but when it's time. So that's kind of a nice general message. I mean, I think just about anybody could apply that message to their life, right? Because this could be anything. It could be a new job, like I said. It could be a project. It could be, maybe you're building a home with your family, or maybe you're trying to start a business, or maybe you've got some kind of hobby or interest that you're trying to work into a money-making situation. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. Did I say that word right? I don't like that word. I don't know why I said it. I should have. Entrepreneur. I think I said it right, though. But I do definitely feel like you were manifesting something. I do believe it's connected to at least one other person, possibly more. And it feels like it could be, again, something that's still coming your way. I think you expected it sooner, or you anticipated that your plans would go differently, but they have, you kind of changed your course. But I feel like you're still on track. You're still on track for whatever this is for you, Cancer. So let's get some more cards out here. King of Swords in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. Ace of Swords, clarifying the Ace of Wands. I like this set of cards here. Five of Wands for the third time in the third deck. Upright again. Ten of Wands again in reverse this time. Got the Ten of Wands in the upright over here. The World in reverse. And then the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So I definitely feel like this involves at least one other person, probably more than one. And I think that you're all aware, or both aware, that there was some kind of mishap, mistake, timing, whatever the case may be. I think you're working on getting over that, realizing that You know, you've invested time in this for a reason. It's not going away. It just wasn't right yet. It's coming. It's definitely coming. And I think the fact that you're trying to maintain that positivity about the situation is keeping you on track. Avoiding the disappointment, avoiding stressing out about things that don't go quite as planned, stressing out about the bad news. You know, if you dwell on this stuff, it's going to change your trajectory. I'm trying to say the hard words today. Bear with me, Cancer. I'm going through my thesaurus. It's going to change your trajectory. If you worry about the mishaps, if you worry about the hiccups, if you worry about the occasional roadblock, it's just going to hold you back, right? So I feel like you might be talking to people, you might be having conversations to that effect, kind of boosting each other's egos a little bit. Don't worry, we're going to be fine. We're still going to be able to manifest this. We have to unload. We have to get past the hardships, get past the hard stuff. And don't dwell on it. We're still going to manifest this, whatever this is. It's just, it's still out there. We just missed it this last time. We just missed it just this last time. But that doesn't mean it's not there still. I think the hardest part for you is the fear and the uncertainty and the unpredictability of the situation. It's hard to maintain that positive outlook if you're faced with this, right? Feeling like anything could happen at any minute. It's unpredictable, unreliable, hard to say. Timing's, you can't set a deadline, you can't set a date, and then there's that fear of the uncertainty. There's a little bit of hesitation or doubt that occasionally will creep in because you don't have those concrete plans that allows you to say, on this date, this is when this is going to transpire for me. Right, Cancer? So that's what I feel strongly. This is an interesting reading because the message is coming out really, really clear. And it feels very, very general. So I should get like 1 million views on this video because anybody can relate to this situation. I'm just saying. I mean, I have a King of Swords out here. It's the only court card aside from a page. So I don't think this King of Swords, I think this represents more like your higher self, the feeling that, really doubt is what's going to get in your way. Having those negative thought patterns is what's going to get in your way. So you've just got to keep aware that this is really, at this point in time, the only thing that can hold you back. So you've got to be aware of that, Cancer. Avoid feeling down on yourself. Avoid feeling pessimistic or hesitant or doubtful. All those things that can slow you down. Even when you're facing some obstacles, you can't allow those thoughts to dwell because that's ultimately what's going to slow you down or keep you from manifesting whatever this is for you, Cancer. So let's go ahead and get some more cards out here and see what else we get. For Cancer, we have the Empress in reverse, King of Cups now, the Chariot in reverse. There's the Ten of Wands again for the third time. Twice in reverse, once in the upright position. Nine of Cups. There's the Knight of Swords again, this time in the upright position. The Devil in reverse. And the Seven of Wands in reverse. So now we have a King of Cups that showed up, So this King of Cups is linked to this King of Swords energy, even though I didn't feel it was necessarily a specific person. I mean, it's representing you, Cancer, or somebody that you know who's going through this, right? So this King of Swords, again, you know, I think it represents this King of Cups, and female or male, you can embody this kind of energy. But this King of Cups right now it feels like he's opening his heart. It feels like he is allowing himself to become emotionally invested in whatever this is. It feels like he is putting himself out there. Maybe he's willing to feel a little bit vulnerable and just kind of accept that what comes his way is meant to be. There's this Empress energy. This could be somebody that you're dealing with, Cancer, that's associated with the situation as well. This person may not be feeling the same way that this King of Cups is feeling. I think this person might be feeling a little bit differently about the situation. Maybe this person is allowing some doubt to creep in. Maybe this is somebody that you're supporting, that you're helping through some conversation, that kind of thing, getting together, trying to boost each other up. But I feel like this person is a little bit more capable of supporting this individual, because I think that the King of Cups here has come to terms with some of the disappointments, is starting to realize that in due time, right, things will work out. The universe just wasn't ready. The planets were not aligned. You know, whatever that looks like for you, Cancer. This Empress person, I feel like, is involved in the situation, but has this energy of maybe and this is an Empress too, so this is not somebody who's not going to be able to jump back on track, get herself together. I mean, the Empress right now might be feeling a little bit in need of just kind of tending to the disappointment, her emotions, paying attention to herself, giving herself some self-care because of the disappointments or maybe the mistakes that were made. This is somebody who needs a pat on the back, who needs a King of Cups to come to her and say, it's okay, everything's going to be fine. You're supported. We're working through this. Don't let it get you down. It could be, too, that part of the reason that maybe whatever this opportunity is, maybe it's not coming your way just yet, or hasn't come your way just yet, or in the past you experienced some kind of disappointment. It could be because only one party was invested, or one party was ready, or one party was able. But with this Nine of Cups coming out here, I get the sense of like a single energy. Maybe only one person was kind of looking toward this opportunity. I mean, you can't have a collaboration with somebody else or a group of people if there's only one person who wants it, right? Or only one person who's invested. So that could be, too, what this is indicating, that the reason it hasn't panned out for you just yet is because you didn't have the cooperation or you didn't have the buy-in. And that could be what's going on with this Empress and this King of Cups. I don't necessarily feel like this Empress energy is someone who is rejecting the notion of this Ace of Pentacles opportunity. I don't get that at all. I get instead that it's more of doubt. It's more of, well, I don't know if I have the resources, or I don't know if I, can move, or I don't know if, I don't have the money saved up, whatever that looks like. This Empress, it's not that she's rejecting the notion. I don't know that I think there's this sense that she doesn't have what it takes to make it work. That kind of thing. So that could be the current roadblock of this situation, is that the one party is just not quite ready. One party's not convinced that this can be real. Let's get this last round out for Cancer, see what else we get. I like this reading. It's kind of a fun one. It's different. It's different than usual. The Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Moon. King of Pentacles. King of Wands in reverse. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All the court cards are coming out. Two of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Swords again in the upright. Okay, so we got some details. Now, sometimes these last few details will resonate for some and not for all, because I feel like I got some specific details, but you decide what makes sense to you, Cancer. So there's two people represented in this reading, even though there's two people for sure. These could represent multiple people, but I'm kind of going to read as though it's two specific people. Again, this Empress energy, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have this King of Cups, King of Swords in reverse, King of Wands, and King of Pentacles. So all the kings to me are representing one person. This Magician is both. Okay, so here's what's going on, Cancer. There is some unknowns. There's some possibly some unanswered questions, or some unknowns, or an inability to predict the future related to the situation. So in other words, there is a significant feeling of suspense, like, I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know how this is going to turn out. And that's part of what the holdup is this uncertainty. That's the word I was trying to think of. I told you I was going through my thesaurus today. Sometimes I just can't come up with a word. Anyway, there's this uncertainty. So I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm not sure where this is going. There's these unknowns. I can't predict the future. Again, I can't put a date on it. I can't put a deadline on this. There's unpredictability here. Part of that is due to possibly a connection or multiple connections that aren't just, or that there's some conflict or issues within some personal connections that are also part of the reason behind this delay, or again, postponement or disappointment. I feel, again, and this could represent the interaction going on between this Empress and this King of Cups. One who feels like they're ready for this, and the other who feels like they're not so sure. But I think that there's also an indication here that there could be some disruption within a group dynamic. This could indicate disruption within a family unit, with the Ten of Pentacles coming out here. And again, with this Queen of Pentacles come out here, I think it represents this Empress as well. There's this energy coming from this person that I just need to watch out for myself. I need to take care of my own business. I need to heal. I need to recover. Whatever the case may be, there's some kind of disruption or broken family unit or hardships within a connection or multiple connections that's causing this person to retreat. I get that sense that there's this kind of this feeling of needing to retreat, and again, that's adding to this delay of this, whatever this Ace of Pentacles is. Now this King of Cups, at this point in time, appears to be providing some emotional support. The person you go to feel better about things, the person who's going to lift your spirits, the person who's going to bake you some cookies and sit down with you with a cup of coffee and make everything feel better for you. Emotional support. Then there's also this very loyal energy, this hardworking energy, this dependable energy coming from this king as well. The King of Pentacles is that person you know you can rely on. This is the neighbor that will answer the door at any hour of the day and lend you that wrench when your pipes blow up in the bathroom. He's that type of person. He's the loyal partner, the dependable colleague or co-worker, that type of person. This person's going to be here for this Empress energy and whoever else is involved in this situation, no matter what. Even when things come to a screeching halt, even when people need some time to recover, even when people need to get back up on their feet, he's going to be there. And he's going to be that energy that keeps you feeling confident that things are going to be okay. So we've got the emotional support. We've got the dependable energy coming from this king where you just know you have someone to rely on. And then we have this King of Wands who's in reverse. Now, typically if the court cards are in reverse, there's that shadow energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be super negative. To me, in this case, this is indicating that this person might be saying, look, I'm not going to make any moves until the time is right, until we're ready to start this again, until we're ready to get this going. So this King of Wands at a moment's notice can turn himself upright and say, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take on this responsibility. Let's get on this. But right now he's like, I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to wait for things to calm down. I'm going to wait for you to heal. I'm going to wait for you to recover. And then we're going to get back on track and grab a hold of this. So this is someone who's in action right now, this King of Wands. It's not shadow energy in a negative way. It's just he's inactive because he knows that he can't take a hold of this until the time is right, until we relieve ourselves of these burdens that we've come upon on our path toward whatever this Ace of Pentacles is for you, Cancer. So that's what's going on here with this last set of cards. Again, I get the sense that this Two of Cups is representing either the connection between these two, or it could be more other connections, external connections that aren't necessarily represented in the cards right now. Could be a family dynamic, issues going on there. Maybe someone needed to take a break or step out of the picture for a while to take care of a family member or to deal with something of that nature. Take care of business somewhere else. They needed their energy focused on something else or somebody else. So Cancer, that's my message for you today. I'm going to get this last card from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot deck. See if we can't get any more, maybe some advice or some more information. A few words of encouragement wouldn't hurt, but I feel like this is a very encouraging message. It feels very positive to me. Is that the one that's like 4 on there? I can't take 4. Let's get one card for Cancer and wrap this up. So let's see if I can't get anything else while I'm shuffling. It's possible too, based on what I'm looking at here, this could be one of those long-term situations or something that you've been really working hard on to manifest into your life that's taken a considerable amount of time. And there may have been, this may be like a stop go type situation where you've had to put on the brakes in the past, slow down, or that kind of thing. It doesn't feel like it's been smooth progression from start to finish. Of course, most things aren't. I don't know many things that are like that in real life, right? Maybe in the movies. So let's get one card for Cancer and we'll wrap this reading up. These cards are sticky today. They're kind of, you've got the static cling. You need to throw them in the dryer, apparently. One card for Cancer. There's 2. Okay, we're taking 2. What do we have here? We're at 30 minutes. That's not bad. King of Fire and then Choice in reverse. Interesting. So the King of Fire, the King of Wands came out. And then Choice, which is the 0 card, which would coincide with the Fool. But these Dreams of Gaia tarot cards are significantly different. So the Choice in reverse is a potential block. This is the very first card, major set of major arcana cards in this deck. I'm going to read that first, and then I'm going to read the King of Fire card, which is very similar in nature to the King of Wands and the traditional meaning from your Rider-Waite deck. So let's look at Choice and potential blockage, about 1/3 of a page. Okay, Cancer, here we go. Are you spending all of your time looking for options and opportunities because you do not like the options that have already been presented to you? Sometimes our searching fails to uncover a choice that brings us happiness or an outcome that we desire. So we continue to look, hoping that something better will come along. In this way, we may be only delaying the inevitable. The reversed Choice card symbolizes a need to accept that sometimes the only choice available is the one we do not want to make. Sometimes we have to choose the next best option, or the path of least reward. Sometimes the path of least reward will lead us to unexpected treasure. Sometimes we are limited to a choice that will bring us happiness, albeit fleeting, and one that will not, a choice between immediate gratification or self-sacrifice. Make your choice with the awareness that instant gratification might not prove to be the most rewarding option. Do not allow a fear of being unhappy or disliked or having to work hard or go without to prevent you from making a choice that will bring greater rewards and benefits in the future. Consider that your procrastination or inaction may result in someone else making a choice for you and create a future that is even less to your liking. That's interesting. That's interesting because we talked about inaction, and I didn't feel like this was really shadow energy coming from this King of Wands. But it might be that this message is coming out indicating that it is time to make a choice for this King of Wands. Maybe he is inactive right now because, he's tending to others, or he's providing support to somebody else, or he's postponed his plans because he's taking care of business somewhere else. This might indicate, Cancer, and if you're this King of Wands energy, that it's time to make a decision, or it's time to take action. Maybe the moment is now. But that card, it fits perfectly with the reading, so I don't know that much else needs to be added there. I'm going to read this King of Fire, and then we're going to wrap this up. So this one's just about 3/4 of a page as well. Here we go, Cancer. The King of Fire is a charismatic leader. He is passionate, and his passion is sometimes something others find inspiring because it is focused, grounded, and creative. He is the perfect team leader. He can draw to him the people who are necessary for a project to be completed, and every single person will want to play a part to help bring his vision to life. Some may see the King of Fire as an ideas man, but they only have to observe, and they will soon discover that he is very proactive. He likes to be involved, to get his hands dirty, and he will remain involved from inception to completion. The King of Fire is also fearless, dauntless. In fact, he is lion-hearted and the vital heartbeat of his court. He is not afraid of hard work, but he also respects and moves through his day with the awareness that he is only part of the whole. He is a necessary part, but still just a part, and one that can be replaced if his ventures fail. This is why the King of Fire works tirelessly to fulfill his role, and despite his gregarious ways and charismatic nature, is at the core a very unassuming and respectful man. It is why he calls upon and makes use of those around him. He understands that he is but one man. And in order to rule well, he must be willing to delegate. In essence, he must be willing to share his power and his glory with others. If the King of Fire appears in your reading, it symbolizes the wisdom of knowing that even those who are leaders are a part of a team. Every wise leader has people around them who perform tasks that help them to keep things running smoothly. The same wise leader respects their team and appreciates the efforts made on their behalf. He symbolizes the importance of being interested and involved from beginning to end. He asks us not to start something, delegate, and then walk away. Interesting. I love this card too because it really went along with the story as well, indicating that this person you know, he's willing to take part in and maybe even take charge of moving towards something or accomplishing a goal, or, you know, whatever the case may be. He works with other people, right? He's a team leader. And this whole reading is about maybe something that's not quite going your way at this point in time. And it could have to do with some personal relationships that you're dealing with, or some obligations, or whatever that looks like. But I do get the sense that the cards are indicating that this king right now is kind of sitting back and waiting. He's waiting possibly for others to get back on their feet, possibly for others to feel more confident, so that they can get back on track and start moving toward whatever this is. But I think that both these cards are indicating that it might be time for this King of Wands to go ahead and make a move. And so if this is you, Cancer, maybe it's time to go ahead and push it a little bit, take the initiative, and say, okay, it's time to stop wallowing in our sorrows, get back on our feet, start to feel confident again, and then, you know, take action to move forward toward whatever this is for you, Cancer. So I'm going to leave that there. I hope that this reading was enjoyable. I hope that it resonated for you. I really appreciate you watching, Cancer. Thanks so much for tuning in. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like. I will see you next time. Bye, Cancer.